Hi everybody, Tina Murphy, your Provost here, and I'm delighted to once again be having the honour to present Sandy Superhero Award this year. It's always a pleasure to do this, and it's always a great night as well, where you can meet with friends old and new. And by that I don't mean old people, I just mean we've known you for a while. And of course have a chance to have a good blether. And those of you that know me know that I like a wee blether. Another thing I like is hugs. And of course we can't do that either because of all the consideration that we've got to give to the coronavirus and all that that entails. But I'm really looking forward to being able to hug people again. Any excuse will do, no problem. And of course, I'm disappointed not to be meeting Sandy. I remember very well the first time I presented this award, and I was told it would be a mascot, and I envisioned it being at least 5 foot tall. I was relieved to see he was somewhat smaller, even smaller than me. Unfortunately, this will be my last year of doing this because I stand down next May. And I hope whoever is your new Provost will also take the time to support all the volunteers in Clackmannanshire, because you're priceless, that's why. Now, there's somebody else I've got here who's also very disappointed not to be able to go and meet Sandy. Is a friend of mine and she lives in my back garden. But I have to say she's in my bad books. Come on you, up you come. This is Sally. Those of you who can see very clearly will see that Sally is missing some of her whiskers, aren't you? Shall I tell everybody why? Oh, never mind putting your head down, Sally. She was having a fight with a squirrel in the woods at the end of the road. And the pair of them were so busy fighting, all the birds eat all the peanuts, so it serves you right. So you just have to wave to everybody and hope maybe you might get an invitation next year and you might meet Sandy. Would that be good? Yeah. Right, that's enough of you. Go on, away you go. Bye. Bye. What do they say about working with children and animals? Even a lawyer's a puppet. Right, back to serious stuff now. This has been an extremely hard year for so many people. And the fact that so many people were shielding and not able to get out and about added to their misery, it really did. But you, every one of the volunteers, have stepped up your efforts and you have given so much of your time to make sure that at least they see somebody and talk to somebody. So irrespective of what it was you were doing, it's greatly appreciated, not just by the people who needed them, but also by their families that might be some distance away. So without each and every one of you, and your time that you gave up so freely, it would have been an even harder year for all these people. And of course, one of the worst things is the mental health aspect, the depression, because you are so lonely and you can't meet your friends that you used to see perhaps on a daily basis or at least a weekly basis. So it has been a tremendous help and it hasn't gone unnoticed. We've seen an awful lot on television about all the fundraising that people like Sir Tom did and raising thousands of pounds for the NHS, and even down to the wee boy who was struggling on his artificial legs and all the people in between. You've done a fantastic amount of stuff because the charities themselves haven't been able to fundraise and they can't do half the work that they'd like to do simply because they don't have the money to do it. But this isn't just about cash. This is about spending time, having a physical contact with the person who's shielding or isn't well enough to go out and about. And without you, they would have been in an even worse state. They saw nobody for weeks and months until you turned up on their doorstep. Never, ever underestimate that small kindness that you did. So that is why I'm particularly glad that this year we've not just got one Sandy superhero. You're all heroes, each and every one of you. Isn't that fantastic? However, I've got to say, has some poor soul had to knit like mad, or are you getting a certificate? I'd rather think it'll be the certificate. So when you get it, put it in a frame and put it someplace in your home where everybody, when we're allowed visitors back in, of course, can see it and display it with pride. In Clackmannanshire, we have a tremendous history of people who do so much for others. You've only got to look at the likes of Alva Academy and the amount of money that they raise, outshining every other school in the country. We have just over 50,000 people, and I think probably about half of you are volunteers, and I know lots of you are volunteers in more than just one group. So more power to your elbow. You've done a fantastic job, and I'm very proud of you, each of you, because you've put others first. And that's what it's been about, particularly this last year. It's been so hard, absolutely so hard, that sometimes you're spending more time with everybody else and not your family. So I have to say, once again, congratulations to each and every one of you. And can I ask that you keep yourself safe, keep volunteering, and the reason for that is you bring so much hope and joy to everyone. Now, I know I can't give you a hug, and I'm desperate to give you all hugs. So I'm going to have to give you a virtual hug and reach out, and best wishes to you.